Well, this is a true story of 5 DJs picked to be put in these little boxes and have our lives recorded by a shared universe, and our host is suddenly amongst the missing. But as you can see here, there is DJ Ed Wong in the upper left-hand corner. There is DJ Steve S. in the center square. From altrock.com, DJ Sean Carolyn, alumnus of FM 106.3 WHTG. And a man who's been doing a lot of work on Facebook lately, doing a lot of his mixes, that's DJ John Matthews, to the right of me. I am merely Stunt Pinfield. Cheers. And speaking of Stunt Pinfield, Ed, real quick, has there been a rescheduled date for your event, or is that ever going to happen? Because
that is going to happen. Has not been rescheduled because, it would have been rescheduled for like maybe May, but that's not going to happen. So right now we're just waiting to see what's going to go down as far as quarantine work. But it will be as soon as they allow large gatherings, and we hope to have a large gathering. We'll see if we can get a space.
Speaking of which, does that mean Pinfield is on the docket, or is he willing to try to make it out for the event?
There is always a rumor that Pinfield will be on the docket, but the man's kind of busy. But we'll see.
Yeah, to say the least. That's to say the least. Okay, the good news is we have our host back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Melodrama is trying to set up. Not yet. Okay, I will continue to delay them. You tell us when you come back. Listen, guys, real quick before we get into what's going on in the clubs. Sean, you and I both got to know a little bit about Adam Schlesinger over the years with Fountains of Wayne and with his side project Ivy. Tragedy that he passed away at the age of 52. I mean, do you remember being in contact with him? What comes to mind when you think of Adam?
Well, I'll tell you what. We're talking about probably one of rock's great wits. And that we've lost him is immeasurable. And also, as far as his influence in other media, as far as film, as far as Broadway, as far as television, the man is a nominated EGOT.
Yeah, it's very true. So, and that's a rare feat to be nominated for all three: the Emmy, the Oscar, the Grammy, and the Tony. Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, he deserves all those awards. And, he was
there's no other
doing live lyrics for the end of the Tony broadcast, so that there could be live lyrics for him to sing about the broadcast that just came up.
Crazy stuff. I mean, who would have thought that when... Yeah, I mean, I can remember them first coming by FM 106.3 back in the day. And, there was this song called Radiation Vibe, and maybe all you guys may have remembered this song from back in the 90s. And you kind of knew something really cool was going on with these guys. They were quirky, they were poppy, but they had great lyrics. And you thought, if they catch a break, and they did, it took them about 10. The irony of this band is, it took them over 10 years for everybody else to kind of catch up with them with a song like Stacy's Mom. And then they get nominated for a Grammy for Best New Artist, and we're all sitting there going, yeah, but we've known about him for over 10 years. What do you mean Best New Artist?
Right, exactly. Absolutely. And the fact that they, and I give them a lot of credit, actually, because they could have had a quick, easy hit covering Baby One More Time, and they refused to release that as a single because they were like, we don't want to be known as the guys who covered Baby One More Time.
Right. It's true. It's true. And by the way, to defend Sean's point about it, he was a 3-time Grammy Award winner and a 1-time Emmy Award winner. The guy did incredible stuff. Adam, as a lot of guys here who are from New Jersey, we admire everything you did, and may he rest in peace, and may his family during this time find some peace, because this is some weird shit we're going through, and it's just an unfortunate thing that's had to happen. DJ Melodrama, can we talk to you now, sir?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
Yes, I can. You're a little, and I like what Ed is saying. You're a little low. You may want to get your volume up a little bit more.
Is this better? Is this better? Is this better?
That is much better. Congratulations. Well, welcome aboard. Our host is here.
Feedback. Hey, hi. Welcome to You Stole My Song podcast.
By the way, we've already started without you. Don't mind us.
I know. I gotta say it.
The show's over.
Congratulations for showing up. Now show us what you're drinking, since you showed up so late.
Well, you know what it was? I had to move my computer 3 feet to get closer to the friggin' Wi-Fi. Because it kept on cutting out. So that was my problem. And yes, speaking of Adam, what was the wonderful movie he made that he did the music for?
That Thing You Do.
And didn't he have something to do with that other movie? One with
he worked on a few. Oh yeah, there was Drew Barrymore and Hugh.
Hugh Grant.
Yes.
Sean knows it. Sean knows the movie. What is it, Sean?
Or Googles it very quickly.
Sean.
And Sean is.
And the song was "Pop Goes My Heart."
Oh my God, I remember this movie, and that's the whole thing. Hugh Grant's playing a past pop star.
Was it words and lyrics, or songs and lyrics, or something like that?
Something like that.
The movie was called Words and Lyrics, right?
Words and lyrics,
there it
or
is.
something like
There
that. Right? Yes. Yeah. I like the music in that movie, and yes, I listen to industrial music, and I admit that I actually like listening to that weird movie.
So you're gonna say that's your cheesiest song that you like?
No. I can tell you, I can listen to a lot of cheesy stuff. But, I'm just saying, I'll listen to Skinny Puppy, but then I'll listen to, Up Goes My Heart from that movie.
So you stumbled upon something. Ed,
yeah,
can you
weird. Wait. Here,
all right.
Wait, where's my camera?
What's he drinking? All right.
How about
all right. I'm gonna go
bourbon.
Since he's admitted to his cheese, let's go around. Ed, cheesiest song that you happen to like in your collection?
Cheesiest song that I happen to like. It's actually a reflux song, but I couldn't believe they actually played it because I always thought it was cheesy. When in Rome, A Promise.
No, that's not cheesy. That's normal.
I always thought, I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know. That's borderline cheesy. I'll give it that. Borderline.
Come on. It was a top 40 hit at the time too.
It's like saying the Monroes is cheesy. The Monroes aren't cheesy.
that one song they had.
Yeah, that's not cheesy.
Steve, what about you?
I'm gonna say Bop from Hanson.
There you go.
Yeah. It has a hook. It has a hook.
No, for that, I raised my whiskey to Steve on that one. There you go.
John, are you live, John? John, can you hear us? John?
Of course.
Wait, no.
John, what do you...
Turn your mic on. I can't hear you.
Yeah. You can
John,
hear me?
What do you got for... Yeah, I can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Give us the cheese in your collection. What do you got?
It's hard to say, but I guess one I played recently was E.G. Daily, Mind Over Matter.
Oh my God, the voiceover queen.
Mm-hmm.
She's done so many cartoons, E.J. Daily. I mean, and she has that low, real squeaky voice, if I remember correctly.
You know what's really ironic about EJ, even though she was she did all that stuff back then, is that back in a couple of years ago, she was on The Voice, and she didn't make it.
Oh my God, that's true. I remember this.
I was like, it's easy. And then people are like, you look familiar, but I don't know who you are. I'm like, it's EJ Daily. How do you not know?
Okay, so you're a pop geek, okay, Melodrama?
I'm not a pop geek. She was adorable. Okay, Valley Girl. The reason why, Valley Girl. Best soundtrack in the 80s. Best soundtrack in the 80s. Everyone, go around. What's your best soundtrack in the 80s?
Wait a minute.
Valley Girl is it. That's it, Valley Girl.
That's a tough one. That's up there.
For song for any movie, Valley Girl had the best soundtrack. 2 CDs, and they were all great songs. And they're pulling Sparks and Jane Whedon and Josie Cotton, aside from Flesh for Lulu, but Eyes of the Stranger.
Hold on. I know Ed looks like he's pondering. Steve, you look like you have an answer to this question, so go for it, brother. Best soundtrack of the 80s in your mind.
I was just going to say The Breakfast Club has Wang Chung.
Thank you. Fire in the Twilight. Thank you.
No. Breakfast Club. Seriously? Come on, that's overdone. That's like saying St. Elmo's Fire. Stop.
Wait a second. You're saying what's overdone is Don't You Forget About Me. There were other great songs. Waiting is a great song, and there. Fire in the Twilight by Wang Chung, one of the most underrated songs by that band. There's a lot of good stuff on that soundtrack.
Maybe the soundtrack's good. The movie is kind of for me.
All right, Mr. Matthews, please help us here.
All right. So Valley Girl was taken.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will have to go with Times Square.
There you go.
Ooh, I saw that like twice in my whole life. That is a great choice, man.
The Ramones are on it. Lou Reed, XTC, Patti Smith. I think the Police are on it.
Who did the
Quattro?
Yeah, that's it.
Quattro.
Yeah.
Hard.
Susie Quattro is on it.
No, that props to you, John, on that, because that was literally a who's who of that early part of the era.
I'm gonna go mute myself. I have to talk to the boss, Scott. Give me a second.
All right. And then I go to you, Ed Wong, because we haven't heard from you. Now that you've pondered, can you top John Matthews' pick here?
The only one that I can think of is one where the movie itself was pretty awful. Return of the Living Dead, but it has the Cramps doing Surfing Dead on it. So it was like the greatest soundtrack to the movie is terrible.
But I'll tell you, that happened a lot. Wait a minute, you love that movie?
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it could be the first movie where they featured zombies running.
Yeah.
All right, so
props to real quick. Props to Chris Van Orden, who just chimed in. He's saying, "What about the soundtrack to Live or Die in L.A.?" For what it was. For what it was. Go ahead, Steve.
Recently, Atomic Blonde has an awesome soundtrack. I don't know if anyone's seen that movie.
It does.
Yeah. Ed, do you agree?
It's a great soundtrack, but I thought that was like a recent movie. That's not.
It is a recent movie. No, it's not an 80s movie. But recently.
Yeah. Because you think about it. Yeah. You make a great point, though, because when we were looking at the 80s and 90s, it was all about soundtracks. Nowadays, we kind of forget about soundtracks. We really don't think about them in music culture, whether it be on the radio or in the club or anything like that.
Well, people don't buy albums anymore.
Well, that's another issue altogether. But, I mean, guys, think about that. We don't think about, we as DJs do think about music that way. We look at a movie, we want to know, hey, what made them think about putting this song in? And, we gravitate toward that, but not everybody's thinking along that vernacular, if you know what I'm saying.
So, Mary's saying Pretty in Pink. I think Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, all good.
Another good one. Yeah. Pretty in Pink was definitely one where the Psychedelic Furs went from a band that we all loved, a band that had its following, and suddenly everybody started to find more about the Psychedelic Furs. Pretty in Pink really kind of opened the door for them a little bit more, and then Love My Way became a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's one of those bands where, how can I put it? We all knew about them, we all loved them, and you go into like, well, I go to you, Ed, when we talk about the Melody Bar. You would put Love My Way on in the Melody Bar back in the 90s, and people would flock to the dance floor to listen to Psychedelic Furs.
But it went from an underground band to almost mainstream, which was kind of disappointing in some ways, but I was glad for the band themselves.
And we got the traffic on the I-95 going west.
Andrew's back with the shadow traffic report.
It's 8:18 here with the Hollywood Somewhat Squares.
Ed Wong coming at you from the You Stole My Song helicopter.
Here we are.
So,
we are.
Not to have been rude, but that was Scott Stamper, the owner and the big man from the Saint. And
hi, Scott.
He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, where are we, Scott?"
Jeez.
I have obligations, man.
Well, the worst part would have been if we didn't have to stay 6 feet away from each other. We could have did this. We could have done this. Did this?
Right.
We could have done this at the same.
Done this. Great English. Well, now that you're back in,
good.
Sean. Sean, let me get back to you.
Sean, did you vomit? Sean, did you vomit?
What's that?
Did you vomit,
He's
Sean?
drinking wine. Will you leave him alone?
No, Bill Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. So don't mess with me.
Yeah, exactly. But now that you two are back, we were talking about 80s soundtracks. You want to contribute? Because we've had a lot of interesting contributions.
Okay,
so far.
wait. Let me cut you off there, Rob. CJ, Singles. Hey, CJ, Singles came out in the 90s.
We're all.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that one. And CJ, thanks for the suggestion. But yeah,
no,
that
come
was
on, stop. You got to be mean to CJ a little bit.
Nah, that's another awesome soundtrack.
No, that's totally
Alice in
Singles
Chains,
and
Helmet.
No, Singles. Whatchamacallit? Even though it wasn't the 90s, it was. Back to that. It's that movie again. Oh my!
That movie with that actor. Yeah, sure.
No, those two actors. Swingers. Swingers. Swingers.
You're
great
right.
soundtrack.
It's that thing with that guy. Oh, you swing. Oh, okay. All right.
Swingers.
I'll give you that.
Great soundtrack.
And I point to Sean Carolyn properly. Give me the band that was in the movie Swingers.
second. Stop. Because we just went Swingers with Vince Vaughn and, oh, by the way, the guy that
Jon Favreau?
The Mandalorian.
Yes,
Jon Favreau.
He did. Yes, but I figured Sean would remember the band that was playing in the movie.
Oh.
Anyone? Do I stump the panel?
Oh no! Those.
What movie?
Oh damn!
What movie?
Swingers.
Being old. No.
Swingers, Steve.
The Voodoo Daddies guys. Them. The
Close enough. Close enough by
I'm gonna
Melodrama.
shut up and eat cheesecake. I have salted caramel cheesecake. I'm gonna eat it on right here.
Sean, go
Cherry.
ahead because you were being
Big Bag Voodoo Daddies.
The Pop and
There
Cherry.
you go. Very good. Cherry Poppin' Daddy's another band, but no, it's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Sorry, no points for you this round, Steve.
Ah,
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna.
I have no idea.
Sean, I love you to death, Sean, but you got to talk a little louder. I could barely hear you. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Go ahead.
No, let's go through the live comments. Melissa
Yeah.
Jake, about time. Chris Van Norton, hey guys, DJ Crex checking in. Mary Austin, music and lyrics. Laura says hello.
Thanks to everybody for chiming in. Yeah, it's great.
did you say Maria Mary Austin?
Yeah, shut up. Leave me alone. I was called a butthead by Stephanie.
You are a butthead.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Steve, here's the thing. He'll be dancing later when he's spinning after 9 o'clock. By the
Uh-huh.
way, you
Mary
want to
Schultz
stick
with the
around for that.
Pretty in Pink. What's your concept of Pretty in Pink?
We all agree. Pretty in Pink was the launching pad for the Psychedelic Furs, without question. I mean, everybody finally knew who the Psychedelic Furs were outside of their core audience.
Right. Ming jumped in with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is also another one.
That was eclectic. That was an eclectic soundtrack.
No,
Who would have
I
thought?
love Eclectic. I totally love Eclectic.
No, Sean, you remember this back in with radio. The Beatles suddenly have a hit all over again with Twist and Shout. I mean, it was
weirdest part.
unexpected.
And how many movies was that
was
song in back in the 80s?
What, Twist and Shout?
Yeah, it was in a couple of movies back in the 80s. It was more than Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was in a couple other movies.
Okay.
Hollywood Nights.
Hollywood
Sean,
Nights.
you have to learn how to write backwards. Still what? Lift that up,
He's
Sean.
having
again.
issues. Sean is having technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Oh, no. Chris Van Orton, best. I forgot about this, but I love the movie, is To Live and Die in L.A. from Wang
Yeah,
Chung.
we were talking about that earlier. You know what? It's interesting. I think the panel here was kind of like part excited, part eh.
What do you mean,
Because,
eh?
I mean, you think about him. Here's the reason. And I think this may be the reason, guys, you can agree or disagree. Michael Mann really took the music to Miami Vice. When you think about it, To Live or Die in L.A. was sort of the precursor before Miami Vice got on NBC.
Absolutely.
So in a weird way, it's sort of like when you think about now To Live and Die in L.A., you think more about Miami Vice than anything else. And then you look at the lead actor, William Peterson, you think about CSI. The soundtrack gets lost in a movie like that. It really does. The soundtrack got lost.
But like on a not music concept of it, they had a really great car chase scene that would rival a couple other films back in the 70s, and
French Connection.
French Connection. Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you for being in my head. That
Ed
car
Long,
scene.
$200.
In the 90s, you got Ronin.
Sean's
That's
mic is.
Robert De Niro.
De Niro. And by the way, Ed, bravo. Ronin's a very underrated film, by the way.
Oh, it's an
So bravo
amazing
on that
car
one.
chase stuff.
Oh,
Although
yeah. No, you're right.
No,
The
that was
DJ skate box thing was a little weird. It's like, why are they carrying this LP box around? And then they put ice skates in it. I'm like, that's not what it is.
You know what's really weird? I'm hearing like someone playing with toys. Like,
Yeah.
And John's giving you a look like, it's not me. I'm just going to crack
Internet
open whatever I
connection.
have here and just have a drink. But John,
Okay.
by the way, what are you drinking, by the
he
way?
doesn't drink either, so it's probably water.
They're actually very caffeinated iced tea. It's nothing special.
Bravo to that.
Hey,
Bravo to
cheers.
that.
Hey, so I was thinking. Hi.
Yeah, that's-
I could hear 1, 2, 3 barely, Sean, a little bit.
Taking a Pelham. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, taking a pelt. Yes, that the original
Ooh.
or the second one.
Oh, it has to be the original. Has to be.
You got an action film with Walter Matthau and Jerry Stiller.
Yeah. Okay, good point.
Zeke, I don't believe it.
Wow, I'm so
Yeah.
so at a loss with you guys today because I didn't know you guys, and it's kind of awesome.
you like chaos. There you go.
I
like
thrive on chaos. I love chaos. Why do you think when
chaos,
we do?
We don't cheer, smart.
This. Why do you think when we do the gigs, I'm just like, go for it. Just do whatever you want to do. It's like I don't like rules. Obviously, you can tell. I don't care. I want it to be fluid. So just.
Speaking of
blah,
which,
blah, blah.
when you say that, I want to point to John for a second because John has been doing this online literally almost every night. John, bravo for you for doing that. And it's like, you look like you're having a blast. You know, you get a small audience. You're having a great time. You're going to keep doing this during the pandemic, I would imagine. Just keep spinning.
Oh, yeah, totally. Until I get sick.
It's fine.
You work around animals. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, I still get people in my face.
He works with us from time to time. We are animals, but that's another story.
Okay, Rob, have another drink there. How many times has that been?
Oh, by the way, I highly recommend this next time for you, Melodrama. This is Jameson's new Black Barrel.
Thank you.
Barry's Jameson's. It is really, really good.
It's very Jameson's. It's the Jameson's and Jameson's.
No. I'm not a fan of Jameson's. I hate Jameson's. But you give me the Black Barrel, I'm going, I love the Black Barrel.
Look, John was getting a little hug. It was so adorable, John.
Getting a hug.
John.
And unfortunately, we lost Sean.
Hey, how did he get a slate?
Yeah, we lost John. You know what's really weird?
And he's back.
About a year or two, about 2 years ago, back at the court, when we were doing the gigs at the court, I used to call John Matthews because everyone was called John, and he was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Well, that's his name.
I know, but I just wanted to switch it up. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Like this is Boy Scouts or something.
Come on, it was. Hey. That's a different story altogether.
It's a different story altogether.
Anyway, we lost Sean. Ed, can you say something? Hi.
He's been talking. Ed's doing fine.
Okay, can I go? I'm curious about this. I'm thinking of new music / new videos, like in the past, whatever, since the last time we all have gotten together. The thing I really liked, Erasure redid a Little Respect video.
Really?
You saw it online?
Huh.
No.
And they just did it. Where is my Por la Telefono? My great English. Where the hell is my phone?
I got a point.
Steve, cheers.
Okay, great. I don't know where my phone went. Oh, there it is.
Okay, I can stall a little bit longer and just have.
No,
Steve,
you don't have to
drinking,
stall.
By the way,
no, I'm here.
Okay.
Laura's talking about Desmond Child from I think the Warrior soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think Last of Ancient Breed was the song.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, by the way, that you got real quick before you do that, because he just got props for his work as an EMT. Bravo for what you're doing, Steve.
Actually, he's a medic.
I'm a medic.
Don't ever say he's an EMT. He'll kill you.
You downgrade me.
I mean no disrespect in any way, shape, or form.
Thanks.
But again, absolutely. Thank you for what you're doing. All seriousness.
Thanks, man.
It's a Little Respect video from Erasure. Is redone. When was it redone? Well, I just reposted. It was done back in actually 2010. It was the HMI redo, but they just started posting it again, and it's actually. I like watching videos where you have people involved in the video. So I will say Kelly Clarkson, when she had her one song, when she had other people dancing in it, that was kind of cute. When like regular people are in a video, and the best one, Nickelback, Rockstar, when they had everyone in the video for Rockstar. So like I enjoy videos like that when people are doing things and Justin Timberlake's one, Just Dance.
I know it's not 80s related. Can we talk about Nickelback? What do you guys think?
I don't care.
All right.
No, I have nothing against them. I'll take him or leave him. Like I have no specific strength. Like everybody's like, oh, it's a Nickelback joke. I don't care. It's just Nickelback. Whatever. They make money, they make records, and people love them. Who cares?
They're a band that I think got a raw deal on a lot of levels. I mean, when you think about what they released, to their credit, they've got a lot of hits. Mm-hmm. To their credit, they were that band that unfortunately were blamed in a sense for the downfall of the decade. You know, when you think about, they came out at the end of the decade, it's sort of like, why did music suck so bad? Oh, Nickelback, they're to blame for it. They took so much crap.
It's Clear Channel.
Oh, look, Ming Chen put. Oh, nice. Ming Chen put the video up for the Erasure video. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And Ed Wong mentioning Clear Channel. I mean, by the way, you can't say their real company name. We could get in a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to, we'll leave it at Clear Channel, what they used to be. Hey, we don't need them coming at us. Don't do it.
I forgot to tell you. Wait. You know what's really a great movie? I'm going all over the place. Back in the 80s.
Oh, this is ADD podcast, if I ever heard it.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about Nickelback.
Well, somehow now we're talking about this.
So if you look at the live comments, Susie and the Banshees. Remember back in the latter part of the 80s, I was working at a video store in Edison. Yes, I worked in the video store.
Wait, the what? What was the name of it?
I worked in a video store. I'm not going to tell you the name of it.
What was the name of it?
Video One on Oak Tree Road at the new ShopRite Plaza. Used to be the Plainfield Edison Drive-In. Anyone? Bueller?
Bringing up Out of Bounds.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. John and me are on the same level of 80s movies.
I thought we were going to say RKO Video.
Top Video.
And we're back.
Continue, Melodrama.
No, thank you, John. I will. Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm old. I forget stuff. I did a lot of drugs.
Right. Should we go around the room because we're talking about new music? Ed, what new music or video has got you excited these days?
The problem I have is all I hear is whatever Sarah's listening to, which is BTS, K-pop. So that's and I can't understand the word.
Because you're old.
And you're in Philly. Do you listen to MMR at all?
No.
No. How about Ben FM?
No, 88.5.
It's very strange as a DJ that I don't actually listen to a lot of stuff.
I gotta say,
when I'm doing on the air, it's very weird.
Philly's got a lot of good stations.
Better than New York.
To its credit.
Well, New York
has got a lot of great DJs.
Compared to New York, Philly's got a lot of good radio stations.
They have a lot of good DJs that do a lot of gigs. Unfortunately, we can't see them right now, but there are a lot of events out and a lot of great DJs playing stuff that I wouldn't normally hear on other places. So it's always great to go out and see stuff live. And of course, now that you can Shazam everything, you can sort of steal their tracks.
Well, just out of curiosity, between you three, wow, you guys, if you look at it, it's like you have Ed in the top, Rob in the bottom, and Sean on the right. So it's like the radio guys. Philly is what? New York is the #1 market, which sucks. Philly is what? Philly is what?
Steve, let me explain. All the markets are really based on populations. So New York will always be the #1 market. There's over 14 million people working or living in the market, I should say. Philly's considered the #9 market in the country at this point. And for a top 10 market, I think it's probably the most solid top 10 market. No offense to everybody in New York. I know a lot of the talent in Philadelphia. I happen to love a lot of the radio stations, like XPN's been mentioned, MMR's been mentioned, Ben FM for what they do. 88.5, that's XPN. They've got a lot of really good stations. I mean, nothing against New York. We all grew up listening to New York radio, being around the New York area. But having the chance I had a brief stint in the 90s working in Philadelphia at DRE, and that was like one of the coolest things I ever experienced. And I got to know a lot of the personalities that are actually still involved in it. Preston Elliott at MMR, Marilyn Russell, who's over on OGL. I mean, it's amazing that here it is over 20 years later that I worked with these people. They're still doing it in Philadelphia. Bravo to them.
Well, you know what I thought was kind of weird is that, sorry, Sean.
Yeah, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
So, no, one that's not from DRE is Jim McGuinn. He's out at the Current and doing fantastic things there. And I do like crossing paths with him. He's a great guy.
Always has been. I give you full props on that, Sean. He's a great guy and a very smart programmer out in Minneapolis now. Yes.
Yep.
So the thing I think
new music currently. Want to hear that?
Go.
What do you got for new music, Sean? Go ahead. Say it again.
Top of my charts right now, we've got Nation of Language. Nation of Language are very much the kind of throwback that you guys want to hear. Let's see. We have Jarvis, which is Jarvis Cocker from Pulp. He's got a new record out called House Music All Night Long, which is about sitting around a house because you can't go outside. It's a very timely piece of record. As a matter of fact, one of the lyrics is "One nation under a roof."
Sean.
Look, if anybody's going to know new music,
wait, tech report. Sean, look at the private chat and wait, Sean.
New record out from Nicole Atkins. That is awesome. So, that's kind of a thing. Love her.
Good talent.
And beyond that, Down to Get Down, Stay Down. We got San May. We got Wrangler. Wrangler is Stephen Malander from Cabaret Voltaire, who's basically trying to resurrect all his old synthesizers and trying to make them all make music.
And what's the opinion of that though?
And there's a new Dream Syndicate record I'm playing as well.
What's the opinion of what you said about the guy from Cabaret Voltaire?
What's that? Stephen Malander?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
They're calling themselves Wrangler.
But no, what's your opinion of the music?
My opinion? Oh, love it.
Okay. Oh, quickly, tech report, Sean, tech report. Go to private chat. Ming's telling you to do a couple things.
With that in mind, we skipped over Steve as far as new music. What do you got, bud? What do you like?
Nothing you guys probably listen to. I've been listening to MMR.
Slayer.
I'm working on the west coast of Jersey, so I've been listening to MMR a lot. And the two bands I like are the Record Company and Dirty Honey, neither which are alternative. So I'm sure no one's ever heard of them before.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It's good stuff.
To John Matthews. Yeah, to John Matthews now.
Lately, new stuff. The Drab Majesty, very synth pop, post punk sounding. From there, I went to the KVB, kind of the same page. And Shriekback came out with a new album.
Wow, I did not know that.
How is it?
Yeah.
Nemesis Part 2?
Huh?
Give us the rundown on what exactly does it sound like? Yeah, John, what does it sound like?
It sounds like Shriekback. They're just still weird. They're still very lo-fi, very creepy lyrics, and it's still they're still doing relevant stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Very cool.
So Drab Mag,
check that out.
Drab Mag,
and
good.
Yeah. Shakespeare's Sister came out with a new album.
Oh, well, there's a band I haven't heard from in about 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So Siobhan and Marcella settled their differences and came out with a new EP. And it's actually pretty good. Very Nancy Sinatra sounding.
You know what? Here's the thing with them. I think they're going to have a huge Euro tour then, because that's the one thing about Shakespeare's Sister. They always had major hits in the UK. So, that's one of those tours. Yeah, but you think about it, Melodrama. They're going to go over there. They're going to clean up. They'll tour through, London, Ireland, Scotland.
They already did.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but then in America, once again, we're going to be a year behind the curve on it because
or more.
That's
or more. Yeah, Ed's right, or more. Yeah.
Kind of like the coronavirus.
Shut up. This is not supposed to be about that. No, the thing I was concerned about is that we haven't, in a long time, have been ahead of the curve music-wise. Like we're normally, for what we do, as you guys like Sean and Ed and what you did on the radio, or what you got with the other guys do on the radio, is that they were always ahead of the curve, 3 to 6 months ahead of the curve. So that I hate to bring this up again, but the Melody days, no matter what we did back then or what 106.3 did back then, they were always 3 to 6 months ahead of the curve, music-wise. So Sean does it, and it's just that.
But you're right. Sean does that on a regular basis. But I get your point that radio in general is not doing that on a consistent level. No, I'll give you a good example, because when we talk about new music, The one I was going to bring up, bravo to Peter Wood, to John Easdale, and the new Dramarama they just dropped recently. Heard their new single, Up to Here. Really, really good. And here's the sad part of the truth. Other than Sean at Alt Rock, when he gets his hands on it, I know he'll play the new Dramarama. But outside of what Sean's doing, who else is going to play it? And that's kind of frustrating for a band like that, who, by the way, have dropped some really good music. I mean, to their credit, first new thing in 15 years, and it's really good.
What's on?
I'm playing that new record because
thank you.
A copy I can play hasn't fallen into my hands, but I will be playing that new record.
Yeah. By the way, Peter Wood, if you're getting this message, that means you need to get it to Sean Carolyn so he can play it. Thank you.
Wait, Peter
Copyright
Ward's involved with this?
Yeah, well, he's in Dramarama. Hello.
I think he's driving bulldozers these days.
I'm getting him mixed up with a different Peter Ward then.
And there's Steve mentioning the Bands Reunited episode.
Yeah.
On VH1. I caught that. Yeah.
Good one.
I just watched it.
You're old. Oh, Alec,
Anyway.
the chubby name got removed from your name, Steve. Chubby DJ, that's gone.
Jeez.
Don't make me come down there. Don't make me come down there.
No, up there. You're down there. You're down in South Jersey, buddy.
I'm up here. You're down there.
We're all
You're down there.
Yeah, notice John's now on the top of this video screen. I'm suddenly in the corner. I'm like, how did Melodrama become the center square? Really? Come on.
That's my podcast. God damn it. Do you know who Steve is? Steve is Alice.
Ouch.
That works for me.
Yeah, but wait a minute. That means John's Greg Brady. Wait a minute. Not with John's haircut. Is he Greg Brady?
Sean is Bobby.
Way.
Sean is Peter Brady. He's Peter Brady. That fits him. Peter Brady fits him.
No, I would be Peter Brady based on
No, you're
the
Bobby
road.
Brady. You're Bobby Brady.
We're short
God,
3 squares.
Yeah, that's true.
I really kind of need
The worst part is who's Sean and Ed.
Well, technically, that would make Ed Marsha.
Marsha!
And Sean is Cindy.
I hate everybody.
So Scott, I'm reading Scott Hoverman's message. I think I may catch the Rona from the heavy breather.
Who's the heavy breather?
I don't know, but I hear it too.
No, but here's the whole thing. Nobody hears heavy breathing, so I'm like going, somebody has clipped into our podcast and is doing some weird shit.
I think I may not.
And notice that the panel just went quiet.
No one's breathing. Everyone's turning blue.
God.
So, okay. For trying to be entertainment for everyone else, everyone's like, oh my God, you guys are retarded. No offense.
We are definitely on the spectrum.
That's not a recent revelation there.
Yes, we're spectrum.
Do I need it? Do I need to take another drink?
Yes, I ran out my bottle. I don't have. I would like to have a person like Steve that brings them alcohol all the time, but I do not.
Yes, I have my own personal waitress. Don't be jealous.
Stephanie.
I could actually hear the squeak of Rob's wine bottle there, or whatever he's drinking.
Wine.
It was like
Jameson's.
Squeak,
That is whiskey.
squeak.
Yeah, that is Jameson Black Barrel again. Thank you. Salute.
Good stuff.
Hey, out
yeah,
of curiosity, so this is what I'm going to tell you. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't want to bring this up as a downer, but whatever goes on, I'm sure by June 13th, everything should be okay. I hope.
No, nope.
Shut up. Okay,
we're gonna be in complete lockdown by June 13th.
Seriously?
Yes.
It's going to be a while.
Steve,
Get used
no,
to
no,
it.
look, Steve, you're kind of on the front line. I mean, what is your prediction at this point? Not to try to bring this down a little bit, but you seem to have more knowledge than any of us. Give us an idea of what's going on.
The CDC has no idea what's going on right now. Honestly.
That's got to be scary for you. It really has to be. I mean, you're right there on the front line for the most part, more than any of us, that's for sure.
We're operating under this at this point under the assumption that everyone's infected. Is
that the best way to do it in your mind? I mean, again, you seem to have a better clue on this than most.
Wear your masks. If you're going to wear gloves, take them off after you've been out in public. your best defense is to wash your hands or use some kind of alcohol, like hand sanitizer. If you're going to wear gloves out in public, take them off. Don't get in your car with your gloves on. Take them off before you get in your car. Don't leave them in the lot. Dispose of them in the garbage can. You're better off not wearing gloves. If you can get hand sanitizer, that's your best bet. The masks.
You had to give an idea.
The masks. Recommend everyone wear a mask or some kind of. Now they're recommending everyone wear masks out in public, or not necessarily N95 masks, bandanas, and kind of face covering. The N95 mask or higher. It's really the only thing that's going to protect you and other people from spreading and contracting the virus at this point. If you're out in public with a bandana, that's going to protect other people somewhat against your droplets, but not yourself. So I would go out in public at this point with a N95 or higher mask.
That says a lot. And look, I'm not trying to bring the podcast down, but I figure, again, you have a good knowledge of what's going on. So we really appreciate you passing on that knowledge to everybody. Thanks, Steve, for that.
You got it.
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, I know Melodrama, unfortunately, not here right now. He would love to do his birthday party over at the St. Asbury Park. And at some point, we're all going to gather. We're all going to do that. And God willing, maybe Ed can get, Stunt Pinfield off the ground. I mean, I think it would be kind of a good thing. In the meantime, this is where I'm going to give a plug again to John. John, what time do you do it every night on Facebook if people want to get a good mix of music going?
I usually try to do it around 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I always intend to maybe just do it for a half an hour, but it always winds up being like 2.5 hours.
It's funny how that works.
Huh?
Right. I said it's funny how that goes, where you think, I'm just going to clown around for half an hour, and then suddenly you get a few requests, and it really just starts to take off.
Exactly. I like the interaction. Unfortunately, I have to use Facebook and Instagram at the same time because I don't have a professional setup, but I tried using Twitch, and you just lose that interaction altogether.
And credit to you. I mean, you're doing it old school. You are literally doing it on the ones and twos, and you're doing it not necessarily with CDs. You're doing it on vinyl, and that's where you do it when we go out at the Saint. You're doing it all vinyl. I think it's great. It's impressive that you still do it that way.
Yeah. I mean, tonight I had the iPod hooked up to the mixer. Basically, ask for requests, but
I'm back.
So far, I've been able to fulfill everyone's request.
So,
but I have a good time.
That's cool.
It's a great show.
Listening to Melo,
and there's
wait. Sean's trying to talk. Wait, Sean, wait.
It's not the stream thing isn't working, so I can't actually participate. I wish I could.
I'm so sorry, Sean. Well, as we were kind of going around, Melodrama will come back to you in a second. We're just kind of doing some plugs here. As Sean is exiting real quick, altrockradio.com. You can find that. And Sean, still Friday nights, correct? That's where you're doing the new show. Thank you. Exactly. Friday nights with him. Find out more at wbjb.org and also at his website, altrockradio.com. Thank you, Sean. And of course, I had to give that plug in there.
Okay.
Let me go up to Ed Wong real quick. Ed, you'll keep us posted if there is a Stunt Pinfield, but in the meantime, I mean, you still got your stuff at RSU. Go ahead, please tell us all about that.
Well, the stuff at RSU is technically not happening right now, unfortunately, because they've been asked us not to be in the studio. Yes, so they're just doing automation right now. So what I've actually done, which is what this setup is you're looking at here, is I finally went and got the rest of my gear down so I could try to do. I could try to do what John's doing, which is try to put something out over Twitch. I did a test this afternoon, and probably at least go back on Saturday morning, which is a very different vibe than a nightclub scene. And a radio show I do is all across the board. It's really a weird mashup of stuff.
We heard it.
Which is nothing like what I do at Reflux or when I'm at the Saint with Halo.
Right.
Good
stuff.
Okay, out of curiosity, so just so everyone knows out there, who's spinning besides me?
Tonight?
I think John is for sure. Steve, are you gonna be able to spin?
I'm gonna try if I can actually log on through my platform here.
Okay, why don't you try to do that now? So you try to log on first. Ed, you're spinning?
I can. I'm connected right through this mic, actually.
Okay, so Ed, you want to do your normal stuff first?
What do you mean by normal? Radio stuff, or you want to do?
No. Do you want to because you no matter where you go and no matter what you do, you always seem to be the first guy.
I always go first. That
all right, here we go.
Works out.
No. You don't have to. You don't have to. No. You don't have to. You don't have to.
He's got the furthest commute.
Oh yeah, because he's so far away right now.
I gotta go. I gotta drive all the way back.
Exactly.
Melodrama. Explain what is going on after we're done with this 5 square thing here.
God damn you, Rob. You're good. You're good.
Thank you.
You're just fucking good. God damn it. Damn.
I'll drink to that again.
Damn, Rob. No wonder why I've known you for so long. How long have I known you, Rob? Tell them so they know.
19.
Yeah, okay. I've known Rob since we worked at the radio station for that whole couple months that I lived.
What radio station?
FM 106.3 WHC. I think honestly, it was like 91 when we met.
Look, I was so I've been blessed by. She's so not going to want to go on, but
Dr.
Stephanie has brought me. What is this?
Well, he's doing.
She brought
quinine.
No, she brought me
quinine. There you go. Coming up on this podcast, there could be something really tragic.
No, it's
quinine. Really?
It's awesome. It doesn't matter. I had service. Thank you. Thank you. The doctor is in.
There you go.
Okay, so we have Ed spinning, we have John spinning, we have me spinning. Steve, you're gonna have to figure that out. Okay.
Cool.
So aside from that, what? No, I'm sorry, I missed it since my computer died. That my problem was.
We're just giving everybody a chance to plug some things.
But Sean, what happened with Sean? Like he couldn't, his connection didn't work, or what?
Just the connection, unfortunately, did not work for him, so he had to bail out. Unfortunately.
Okay.
But to get back to you for a second, I know you want to
talk over each other. We'll just talk over each other.
I don't mean to, but it's a chance for you to plug what's going on at the Saint first off in Asbury Park, New Jersey, because if we're out and be able to go out in June, and again, Steve is saying that doesn't look great. The tentative date is June what?
13th, which is Saturday.
Right.
But not to be a weenie, but
we'll see it. We'll see you in June of 2021.
Shut up, Steve. My birthday is June 14th, which is Sunday.
Do I hear July 11th?
2021. Yes.
Oh, ouch.
And remember, everyone do themselves a nice thing, and if you go to venues and you deal with radio people, just call them up and say hello. Like I've been wanting to talk to Scott for the past couple days, and he actually called me. That's what I did earlier, and I was like telling him I've been wanting to talk to him for the past couple days, but I've been like running around like a crazy person, and he called to say hello. Hi, Scott, and I'll just say hello to the people that if you have connections to them, say hello to them. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well said. You said it well.
So I'm gonna spin. Ed's gonna spin. Steve's gonna spin. John's gonna spin. Rob Acapora at the A game. Sean at Alt Rock. I'm not saying goodbye yet. I don't know what Ming plans on doing, but thank you, Ming, and everyone at A Shared Universe. John, where did you go?
Ming's kicking people off one by one.
Well,
Ming, jump in. Ming, jump in. Anytime you want to, Ming.
Here's the good thing. The good thing about it is that we know that. Hey, Ming! Hello! By the way, the next time we are out and about, don't be surprised if you get to meet Ming Chen from Comic Book Men, because he's a big fan of what we do with alternative music, spinning in the clubs. He's been out. He knows it's a good time. So we've gotten the Ming Chen seal of approval.
Oh, yeah, the thumbs up. I love you guys. I love Halo. I love what you guys spin. I think everybody.
I love the fact that I can't hear him.
We need to get O'Howard now, too.
I hear.
I will make sure of that. That I can guarantee that at some point. Brian, you're seeing this. You have been requested. You're going to get your ass off of that mountain in Pennsylvania and come here.
Well, let me also go back to this real quick, is that Ming, I am sorry. I'm sure. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm like, thank you for dealing with me. That was like a nervous Nelly because I've never done any of this before. And thank you for helping me out through the whole process. And all you guys at the Shared University are just phenomenal.
Worked great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, first time you, first time me, but I just want to hear some beats, man. So, and you guys,
I know he's saying something really good right now. I couldn't hear it. So if you guys heard it, yeah.
Turn your headphones on. You probably hit the button that said mute your headphones.
I did not. My headphones. I can hear you. I just can't hear Ming.
He said he wants you to take another drink.
Yes.
Oh, well then in that case,
he heard that. He heard that. His headphones are not off. He heard, have another drink.
Yes.
Liar.
Hello, Rob.
Steve is basically going to be like, the next time we do a Halo event, Steve will be there and kind of go, Rob, have another drink. I'm like going, where's the
We're gonna
table?
We're gonna be in our 60s by then.
Oh, thanks a lot, fucker. Really?
Yeah, really.
See, if I were on radio, I couldn't get away with that, so I'm letting it out right now. Really, fucker? Come on.
There's nothing to worry about.
You cursed.
Hold it.
There's nothing to worry about. I'll see you in 10 years.
Wait, time out. Ed, do that little motion you were doing just again. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. Just choke Steve out. Thank you. All right, we're good now.
Okay, so once again, oh my God. John got disconnected. Well, he's going to try to disconnect. What do we got?
No, he's going to try to reconnect, actually, but that's another story.
ASU rocks, as in
ASU, Arizona State University?
Yeah.
We can hear Ming.
I spent some time there.
There you go.
Mary, Rob Acapora, plug the A game with Rob Acapora. No, we're not going to.
Oh, by the way, coming up this coming week, we will be sitting
Ming
down
with a Shared Universe. Come on, Ming, really?
Yeah. So allow me to say it right. With Ming from a Shared Universe, coming up on the next episode of the A Game, we will be talking with Jason Lee, who is the anchor of PHL 17 Philadelphia in their news department, and we're going to get a view of how news has changed in the middle of all this. Jason's a great guy. He's the master of puns, by the way, so we're going to get a few puns during the podcast.
Really? Daddy puns or regular puns?
Regular puns. But I'm sure he's got a couple of daddy puns there, too, you know.
Who's plugging Morrissey in the Smiths?
Remind me, because seriously, I'm the king. I love puns.
I'll make sure to remind you about this. Jason's great people. And again, it's interesting how our lives have been affected by this whole coronavirus. And even reporting the news is a lot different. For a guy who's been in front of the camera for several years in Philadelphia, he's even said the whole game has changed. The newsroom has changed. The vibe has changed. I'll
tell you, on front lines, it's a strange new world. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. Well said, Steve. It really is.
So plug yourself, Steve. Steve is a medic.
I'm not plugging nothing. I have nothing to plug.
What are you? You do a metal show. You do a live stream metal show once in a while, don't you?
No, I do a live stream whatever show. I'm like you. I like more than one genre of music.
That's why I never heard Helmet last night.
You did?
I didn't. No, I wasn't there.
You must have been tucked in.
Wait a minute. So you're saying if he played it and you didn't hear it, it didn't make a sound? Come on.
Yes, like a bear when it does whatever in the woods.
If I play Helmet in the woods and no one's around, does anyone hear it?
It's Helmet. It made a noise. We know that.
Thank you. It's Helmet.
Not with anything.
So out of curiosity, at Jan or Marcia Brady, there is this guy that I noticed. His name is Ming.
Air metal, yes.
Ming, hi.
Hello.
What beats do you want to hear?
I love what you were rolling.
I want to hear Pantera.
Wait, Steve, shut up.
I'm going to talk to him. I want to hear Pantera.
Steve, shut up. I want to hear what beats. Steve, shut up.
Your 80s 90s stuff was great that you were rolling as you were testing this out earlier.
Yeah, Fatboy Slim.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean you can't beat a Fatboy Slim at all. But hey, I don't know what you have queued up. I'm sure it's amazing as always.
Do you see Ed right there? What does Ed have queued up? Helicopter Ed coming at you on the turnpike going southbound. There's a tractor trailer accident at exit 7A.
Should I roll or are we still talking?
I'm gonna say
wait 1 second. We're gonna roll soon, I'm sure.
I'm gonna say Ed's got like
You're gonna see the Serato deck down there.
Oh, you're gonna
I can't.
you're gonna move.
I'm
you're
trying
gonna,
to see
I'm
what
gonna
you
say,
got.
I'm gonna say like altered images or something like that.
Okay, so let me just
Well-
clarify. Everyone that's listening, please keep on listening. We're going to be playing music for a while.
Please do, yeah.
Until Ming cuts us off because he's the king. Ming the king.
Ming wants
Alright.
it when in Rome.
Ming the king.
And can I
promise.
request Talk the remix of "It's My Life," please?
Yes, as long as it's not what's her faces.
No. We're talking Talk the original.
Okay, the remix of that, which came out, was like the original. Then
Yes.
there was the remix in '89 or whatever.
Yeah, around there, exactly. Thank you.
Ed, do you got that?
I only have the original one. I don't have the. I don't
That'll
have the
do. Ed, God bless you, little choo-choos. So please do that. Thank you.
All right. You
God
want that
bless
one
you,
up
little-
first, or you want my
God-
other track?
God
think-
bless you. What's your other track? What's your other track?
Well, you'll have to guess.
Okay, so everyone,
Hmm.
pay attention. We're going to be doing about 30 to 35-minute sets, and then we're going to switch off.
I got about 30 in me, so there we go.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And then I guess I don't know if John's coming back or if it's just going to be me, Steve, and Ed. Ed, are you going to do more than one or just one?
I'll do one, and then I got kids and stuff, so we gotta.
Scott Hoverman's
Probably
requesting
have to
hair
do
metal.
dishes.
Oh, what Scott? What is he requesting?
Hair metal.
Scott Hoverman.
Hair metal.
Ming
Wow.
wants, no, wait. Scott Hoverman. Ming wants one in Rome.
Hold on a second.
Scott
minute,
wants
doesn't-
Motley Crue.
Hey, hold on a
My
second.
guilty
Wait a minute.
pleasure song.
Hair metal. There's actually a remix of Winger 17 somewhere. Come on now.
There is?
No, you have
Okay.
to play Wing.
No, there isn't. That, I can guarantee you that one song has never been covered.
All right, Ed Wong, do you want to do the one in Rome, or is it going to be saved for me and Steve for Ming?
Well, we'll see if I actually get to that. The problem is I don't know what's actually loaded in my Serato. My CD library is much bigger than what's on my disc there.
No, I'm Ed Wong. I'm in radio. I get to have like a billion songs. I'm so cool.
Hey, don't pick on my fellow Milltowner.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's so impressive.
By the way, all
It
three of
is.
you, guys, have a great time tonight and really kick the ballistics out of this. Have some fun.
Thank you. Just out of curiosity, don't hang up yet, Ed.
No, I'll hang out. I'll hang out. Right, yeah, that guy.
Ed's-
right, Ed. Sure.
Ed,
Just
do
call
you
me
wanna-
Ed.
No, I
I'm
mean
still trying
Ed.
to
Do
read
you
his
want
shirt. What's his shirt say?
Oh,
Ed,
there we
what
go.
is-
Adrenaline OD, rock and roll gas station,
Oh, all right.
New Jersey hardcore.
I know
Oh, I'm impressed.
Rob's
And yeah.
FM 1063. And I couldn't make out though.
Yeah.
All right,
Rock and roll
so
gas station.
Oh,
Ed's
by the way,
gonna
real
go
quick.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of hardcore, Ed, when Bouncing Souls, they had planned that show. So, I mean, you and I need to go to that show when it's rescheduled.
Yes,
No doubt about
yes.
that. Bravo
Oh,
to the guys from Bouncing Souls, by the way, who were doing a gig at the Stone Pony Summer Stage. That is going to be a trip.
So
It's just not the I'm used to seeing them in like the court and like the
Oh, I
VFW
know.
hall.
That's the cool thing about this. I think it's great for Bouncing Souls that they're going to be doing the big event at the Pony Summer Stage. I think it's
Right.
going to be this is going to be like the biggest mosh pit we've ever seen. There's no doubt about it. I may not be
I'm
in
an
it,
old
but I'll
guy
watch
in the back now. I'm not in the pit anymore.
it. Right.
On a side note, the Summer Stage has an awesome sound system. I love seeing shows in that amphitheater like setting, and Summer Stage has like an awesome sound. I think.
Bravo.
I think Jason Demmer sets that up. I can't remember if he was involved with that or not. Get the name of his sound company.
It's great sound.
Oh yeah. If it's him, it's definitely good sound.
Great sound.
You know who's great sound?
Who?
Go on, say it.
Ooh.
Who's our sound guy at the Saint? Hinge.
The same.
Hinge
Good
is a
stuff.
great sound. Hinge is a great sound guy at the Saint.
Yes. Scott managed to put together a real good setup down there, and the sound
Yeah,
guy does
no.
a real good job.
We look forward to
Just
coming back. We look
Want to
forward
do
to
a shout
really.
out. I just want to give
Yeah.
a shout out to the Saint and Hinge
We'll-
and Scott Stemper and
we'll
the whole
see.
crew.
We'll see you guys in 2025.
Ouch.
Hey,
Oh, you keep.
oh my God, will we say goodbye forever? Okay. Yes, I'm sorry, Mingo, that we're going a little bit long. Okay, so just so everyone knows, it's going to be. Thank you, Ming. Ed, do your best. Steve, you, then me.
Okay, we'll
And
figure it out.
We'll all text each other. It's free form. Go for it. Do whatever you want to.
Well, I think you can put it
make
in
it
the
fun.
chat, can't you?
Ask Ming. Ming, talk.
Yes, you can put it in the chat if you're listening online. I guess you can make requests if you want. Throw those up in the comments, and they may pop up. Rob Juarez has just jumped on. He is the drummer from When in Rome. So you guys got some. You guys are
Really?
pulling, yeah. You guys are pulling a lot of people tonight.
Oh my God! Thank you, thank you, Rob Juarez, and thank you, Ming, for actually knowing that, because obviously, When in Rome is one of your favorite bands.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Because none of us knew it.
Wow, he
Thank
stumped the panel.
He did.
Johnny, tell him what.
And you, Rob, he stumped you.
Johnny, tell him what he's won.
He stumped you.
I don't know
Ed.
nothing. I don't know nothing.
Well,
that's
Ed,
right.
so-
Ming has won a round trip ticket to Las Vegas. We'll send him coach. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so Ed, when you're doing your thing, please pay attention to live comments. Then Steve, then me. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Oh,
It's gonna wind up wherever it's gonna wind up.